This is a story about the police in Virginia raiding a farm, and no, it doesn't take place in 2025. It took place in 1980, and it stars Dr. No and Daryl Jennifer, Bad Brains. The details of the story are remarkably similar to one experienced under East Germany's Stasi at roughly the same time. To quote from Dance of Days, in rural Virginia, Bad Brains look less like musical pioneers than possible subversives, under the apparent assumption that black people with dreadlocks equaled. The local police had placed the farm under surveillance and were preparing a raid. Out of nowhere, they broke the doors down, all these heavily armed cops pouring in from everywhere, Jennifer said. They put a gun to my head and started screaming at me to tell them where the guns were, where the dope was. They didn't believe me. They just kept pushing it, threatening to kick my ass if I didn't give it up. When it was made clear an issue would be made about the use of excessive force by the police, the charges were miraculously settled out of court. Now, Bad Brains would famously bounce out of DC shortly after, but I'm not done with DC hardcore and drawing a line to today. Because on January 12, 1991, Fugazi played a concert literally in front of the White House. That's right, I am talking about my favorite concert in history. Originally planned as a protest against homelessness in the nation's capital, it morphed into an additional protest against America's imminent involvement in the Gulf War, and the fear that while Americans seem to have become accustomed to the hundreds that have died here, they would also become accustomed to the tens of thousands that might die in the Middle East. And listen, I don't have many good things to say about any president named Bush, but hey, he didn't tear gas people in the park to get a photo op out of it. In an interview conducted at roughly the same time for a zine, Ian McKay, one of the members of Fugazi, stated, like that bombing in Baghdad, all these people were killed and people say they were innocent people, had nothing to do with their government. Well, goddamn, so are we. We're innocent people and in a way that we have so little to do with what the government is doing. I know this is a gathering wind. I know it's going to take a while, but for now, I'm going to maintain my position. There must be a better way. In 1980, Bad Brains were raided by the police because of what they looked like. In 1982, bands in East Germany were raided because they spoke out about suffocating state surveillance. In 1991, Fugazi asked us not to become numb to poverty and war in the Middle East. Maybe it is not the punk who is degenerate, but the society in which they live.